Xin chào, what's up everybody? Alright, in this video today, Saigon's about to become a major heat wave. All of Vietnam is. It's kind of moving from Thailand on down to Vietnam. Thankfully, I'll be switching out Vietnam for Thailand as the main abundance of the heat wave and ultra UV rays hit Saigon. So we're going to talk about this video, how to stay cool, how to still enjoy your days, and what to do when it's crazy hot like this in Saigon. I've been here about 4 years, so I've got some pretty good information on Saigon. I'm a daily vlogger. I put out 2 videos a day, and yeah, my channel is just me traveling around Southeast Asia, Asia, the world, while I'm home based in Vietnam and married to a lovely Vietnamese girl. So let's get into it. Yeah, so in the past 2 weeks, Thailand's been in a crazy heat wave. It's been like 40 Celsius every day, so like 103, 104 Fahrenheit. Really hot. Now, it is manageable, so I'm going to talk about how to do that. Also, the UV levels are extremely high right now, so, you know, of course, with UV levels, the thing you want to do is for sure put on some sunscreen, you know. Admittedly, I don't have sunscreen on today because I forgot, but I try to always remember. I'll definitely be applying it tomorrow and the rest of the days as the UV is high. It's one thing that you'll see with the Vietnamese. If you've ever wondered why they wear all the clothes when they're on their bike, and the girls got like their legs covered up and jackets on, like this lady right here, perfect example. She's avoiding the sun. Being tan is not a good thing in Vietnam. They prefer to be more pale skinned, and they think that if they're tan, that they're like a farmhand or a country girl that works outside, does manual labor for work. Kind of a weird way to think, but you actually find that in all Asian countries, China, all of it. In fact, there used to be this whitening cream that the Asian girls would use to apply on their face to look more white. It used to be really popular. I think it's called like BB cream or something. That is not as popular anymore, but it certainly used to be. It had a time and a place. So if it's me, I want to be tan. Like all the bad girls, like bar girls and shit, they go sit by the pool and tan and all that stuff. They want to be dark. There's also signs that she's a bad girl in Vietnam. Tattoos, tan, skimpy clothing. Yeah, these are not good things that you want to look for in a long-term relationship with a girl. Admittedly, it can be fun for a week or 2 or 3, but yeah, I'm divulging off the topic. But the first thing I do when it's really hot like this is I went and got a neck fan about a year ago. It looks like headphones, but this is actually a high-powered neck fan that has 4 speeds. You can hear it, look. And when it's on the highest speed, it does a pretty good job. It pushes air all around my head, in the back of my head, up to my head, in the front on my cheeks. So it's pushing air constantly around the base of my head and up. So it actually does a pretty efficient job, even when it's like 100 degrees out like it is today. And because it's moving quick enough to where the air is still cooled, even though it's pulling in hot air. So I definitely recommend a neck fan if you're going to be a guy like me, walking around and likes to explore and, you know, takes the not the beaten path always, you know, type deal. And then another thing you want to do, also like right now, I have a towel around my neck, so that towel is going to catch any sweat that would be coming around my neck or that comes down and prevents it from going down my back. It's a very famous tunnel. Almost always there's usually someone taking a picture here. To walk here, it's about a half hour from my new place. So I walked a little bit to get here. I like filming in this area though. This is definitely a viable place to get an apartment for pretty cheap, directly in this area. I would say if you can put up with, you know, a Vietnamese style apartment, this would be the area you would want to do it in. Faux show. Which way do we want to walk? We can go straight here. There's a good coffee house down here. So down here is Little Tokyo, the other Japanese town. A lot of Japanese guys live in this area. Other things, when it's really hot like this, probably want to avoid walking around from about 11 to 4 p.m. You would be best to be walking around from 4 p.m. out. There's an expat right up here at an apartment, see? This is definitely a good area to get a cheaper apartment. The problem though with these apartments, and is your neighbor good or not? That's like literally the biggest issue. Is your neighbor good or not? That's the biggest concern. We got an old 4-door GTR up here. This thing never moves. Just rusts out more and more each year. This would be cool to buy and fix up. This guy ain't never letting this thing go though. Be a great project car. It needs so much work though. All the metal's screwed from head, top, tip, front to back. It's even got Bondo all over. I've checked the car out before. But like, yeah, this guy's living up here. Probably got a cheap $300, $400 a month apartment. You can't beat the prices around here. And if you've got a good neighbor, it's not bad. It really only goes to shit when you got a bad neighbor. Yakisoba. So like, you're gonna have Japanese restaurants. The other convenience to this area would be that you're right there to Little Tokyo. You've got dozens of great restaurants, a 4-minute walk from here. And like a bunch of bars. They are a little expensive because that's how almost all the Western bars are going these days. Just kind of charge you as much as we can. Trick you into thinking that it's the same price here. Once you live here long enough and like a beer costs 120K, you're like, nah, mate. I get it, it's craft beer, but at the end of the day, I still don't think it costs them that much to make the craft beer here. Like, I think they know what they're doing, and they know people are gonna pay it because they want craft beer here. Like an apartment like this, I would avoid at all costs. This is gonna be nothing but trouble. You wanna limit yourself into like these townhouses where there's only three or four apartments. Oh, there's a kindergarten even over here. So if you got kids, perfect, you can drop them off. So this is a pretty good cafe. I actually really enjoy this cafe. Me and my buddy used to come here all the time. Shout out to Gerard, if you're watching, homie G. But we really like this cafe. They've got great smoothies, lots of tasty treats, and good coffee too. I don't drink Cafe Suda anymore, but it's got a really good one. Somebody's gonna ask for the address. I already know it. So here you go, 97 Honmandat. So just go there and it's across from that. It's in Little Tokyo, essentially. So yeah, I mean, I just, you know, on a day like this, I'm not gonna go walk around during peak hot weather hours, like such as, you know, 1 p.m. So 1 to 3 is the burning hours here, man. It is the sun directly above your head, and there's little smog right now in Saigon, so the UV is just through the roof. There's nothing to block it. So you are gonna get cooked, man. There's lots of expats down here. This is becoming a more and more popular area for expats to live because of the cheapness and the quality you get. And then you've got a bunch of restaurants right here. Again, you have to be super weary about renting an apartment here, guys. You've got to vet it. You know, the way you do these apartments, we're gonna make this a two-pronged video since I keep talking about living here. We'll call this video 2 different names. If you're gonna live here, you've got to check out the apartment at like 8 p.m. Convince whoever you're renting it from to let you come at 8 or even 9. They're gonna be a little blowback to that. Some people will be like, yeah, no problem. Other agents that are lazy will be like, nah, I only work till 6. So you gotta kind of press them, but you need to come check it out when it's quiet or when there are people home. Opposite. So when they're gonna be loud. Like, can you hear your neighbors talking through the wall? Can you hear the TV on? The problem with Vietnamese apartments is they do not soundproof them. 98% of them are not soundproofed in any kind of way. So they're literally just bricks. They're the little orange bricks, and then they put shit across it. So that's a brick wall right there. That's a brick wall. These aren't poured concrete. These are literally those little orange bricks grouted on, and then they put some kind of spackle on the outside, whatever. It's wild. Everything's built with those little bricks. Unless it's like a modern high-rise. Then it's poured concrete. And then that's when you get the soundproofing. That's why so many expats live in those style apartments. That's why they're popular. Trust me, when you get one bad apartment and you got one shitty neighbor, I mean, I've experienced this living all over America too, but here it's even worse. You think it's bad in America when you got like the dickhead guy that is playing music loud 4 hours out of the day? Here it's on a different level, man. I'm telling you, my neighbor at my first apartment would come home at 3 a.m. and play the same song on karaoke for 3 to 4 hours, till like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. On repeat, singing drunk, loud as he wanted to, didn't give a flying F about anybody. So right now, I'm not even sweating. You know, the neck towel is absorbing whatever is coming off my neck, and the fan's doing a pretty cohesive job of cooling me down. What kind of mutt mix is this? Look at the back legs. It's mixed with like 47 dogs. Who knows what that thing was? Could be anything. Winnie tried to get me to move to this one. I was like, hell no. Not a chance in hell. Cockroaches, rats running around. Fuck that shit. As you can see, just Japanese restaurant after Japanese restaurant. Like, this is why this is a super desirable area. A lot of Japanese dudes live here. They only live in 2 areas, I kid you not. They live in Japantown, which is Litantan, and they live here. And that's it. The Koreans tend to spread around. They'll live in District 1, they'll live in District 2, and they'll live in District 7. But the Koreans are a bit more flexible. The Japanese, however, are not. They solely stay in District 1 in Binh. The John? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot milk. It does not taste like regular milk. I've said it before, but if you want regular milk, over there. More Johns. Bunch of restaurants down that way too. Oh man, you guys got to see the Taco Fest. If you want to see what the Taco Fest looks like, go on over to the Patreon and sign up. Like, one of the worst tacos, Tacos Fuegos, was there. I knew when I saw Tacos Fuego had the biggest booth, I was like, this is fucked. And then you've got Chuck's Burger, pretty good. I can't say that I recommend it because it costs too much money. His pricing's insane. It's nearly 20 bucks for a double bacon cheeseburger, fries, and a drink. Like, literally charging LA prices. And I'm here to tell you, there's no additional cost in having a burger shop. You know, you can get USDA ground beef for the same price it is in America here. You know, you can get buns made probably cheaper than you could in America. You can get cheese here for the same exact price, same exact cheese. There's no special ingredient that goes into that to warrant him to be charging crazy prices. Yeah, you're listening to me say that now and you're like, that's not that much. In Vietnam, that's a lot. You know, you could easily sell a burger, fry, Coke combo here for $10 and have profit. He would probably have more business if he did have a better price. I would eat there more frequently. I eat there like once a year, twice a year. It's hard to, like, you know, for that price, for 500K, I can essentially go to like a barbecue, a Korean barbecue, or a hot pot. Like, those be high prices, y'all. Through here. Pho Lao is very good. It's like the tripe intestine in this like yellow broth. That's kind of sweet. I think it's coconut in there. And then bread, you dip it in the bread. Win-Win had falao last night. And then of course, this is where all the bars are here. So if you are living here, this is where all the expats come and drink. Pretty popular at night. Again, not cheap. Not cheap at all. Everybody's still trying to do this, like, I've got to have a recovery price from COVID. Which is, okay, dude, sure you do. Oh, this dog's mean. It's got a muzzle on. That means that dog's a nipper. You never see a dog with a muzzle unless it's got a serious problem. Oliver's Pizza is really good. There's one on Binh now at the entrance. Pretty damn good pizza, I must say. It's Roman style pizza, but it's yummy. This place is pretty decent. Well, they changed the beers up. More expat bars. This shit's all expensive though. That's why I don't come here. It costs too much money. Well, yeah, we've seen this before. There's no need to like double down on this here. But it is a little bit pricier to come drink down here. There's definitely a scene here on the weekends at like midnight to 2 a.m. It's pretty pumping here. All right, that's the video. I can't think of anything else I want to throw in there about the heat and living here. I think if you're on a budget, you want something quality, this is the area to look, guys, for sure. If you want access to delicious Japanese food, this is the place. Even if you're gonna come here for a trip, this would be a great place to Airbnb. You know, you got walk out of here and you turn right and you can still be in Japantown 15 minutes. Like you can be to Win-Win in a half-hour walk from here. So this is still a super duper walkable area. You can see how many expats are here now. Like it's becoming, I swear by the month it gets more and more popular. It's not just by like, you know, every year a little bit more coming. Like people have really figured out you can get a really, really affordable apartment here. So that's the video. Stay safe in the heat, always hydrate. Remember, you're supposed to have about 13 cups of water a day. I drink 4 liters of water a day. The best way to try to do that is when you get up, try to do 2 liters in your first hour. I mean, and then you've already got half of it out of the way. And definitely don't be walking around drinking a beer when it's hot like this. I wouldn't recommend it. If you're gonna get something to drink while you're walking, get water. Don't get any bullshit sports drink here. It's got a bunch of sugar and calories in it. Just get yourself a nice water, and there you go. As ever, if you want to go on a private tour, you can sign up for the Patreon. Contact me on there. If you want to see lots of additional great content, it's on Patreon. And if you just want to support me a little bit more, you can go on over to Patreon. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be freaking awesome. If you're not, if you want to smash that like button, that'd also be super cool. And if you want to leave a comment, I would greatly appreciate it. As ever, I thank you guys for taking the time to watch my videos. I hope you have a great day, great morning, great afternoon. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.